Okay guys, today I want to do a video, and this is going to be entitled the door frame video. And you're probably wondering why I'm in a door frame, but if you look, my body is inside that, my head, everything's inside this door frame. And this is going to tie into how important a pre-turn in the channel lock setup is. And I'm going to compare some different ways of doing it and how it might hamper your game. And so we'll start off, and this is not dogging any other type of swing methods because I have respect for all of them. And but I'm just going to show you why I feel like channel lock is superior to some of those methods in the setup. The first one, we'll start off with the lead axis. Your lead leg, setting up weight on this side. Now, first of all, I want to say there's some really great ball strikers that do this, and they can hit the ball well and play well doing this. For me, if I set up on this side and I try to make a turn, I tend to get outside of this box. And to get back where I need to do, I have to go this way. And to me, you're in danger of a reverse pivot when you do this. And so to not do that from putting your weight on this side, you're going to have a really still body and not have a lot of movement. And a lot of people can do that, and if you can do that, I'll applaud you. I'm not dogging that at all. So that's one of the dangers of that. Now, if you're someone that sets up in a neutral position, you think, well, I've got balance on both legs, I'm stable. But if you're doing channel lock and you're trying to swing in a channel right here, you have to make a big shoulder turn to get to that position. If you're not a very flexible person, that's going to be difficult. It also promotes swaying off the ball. If not, you have to make a huge turn this way. Automatically, you start getting weight shifting to this side. It's difficult to stay in balance. I've been down that road, I've done it, and there's days I could do it and I could hit the ball well, and there's days where I struggle doing that, and I learned from that. And so now I really truly understand why JH come up with a pre-turn and loading that weight into the trail axis down into the ground. If you notice, doing that, I'm inside this box. I can swing in the channel. I'm there. I don't have to shift my weight this way to get there. I have pre-turn. I'm swinging in the channel. I'm inside this box, and I can hit the golf ball without all the other compensations you have to make by moving either direction. My weight is just pressured down into this trail side and no swaying. That's when my ball striking went to the next level for me. Learning how to stay inside this box. And the easiest way to stay inside this box is to have pre-turn where you don't have to make a huge shoulder turn. I'm not worried about swaying my weight over here because my weight's already there. All I gotta do is take the club to the top and go from there. And that is so much easier. Also, the top part of it, there's an element to that also. One of the reasons why my head was popping up in my swing, I had a little bit of that, is because I was coming from a more neutral position. And to make that shoulder turn, I'm not really good at making a big shoulder turn. I would do this, and my head would pop up. And you're going to have to do something to get back to impact. And just a little bit of movement like that is something you have to make up for in your swing when you get back to impact. And that's difficult. I could time it some days I couldn't. So that's why I feel like a really solid pre-turn, staying in this box, not letting my head go way up here, not swaying this way, not swaying that way, weight loaded in the ground, makes it so much easier. So I really have no interest in going down that road teaching some of that other stuff. I really don't, because I've been down that road. I've witnessed with other people trying to do that, and there's no way to build consistency doing that. So one of the things I recommend, film yourself, get your phone out or whatever you have, camera, film yourself, and have yourself an imaginary box. Swing one time like this where you're neutral, and then get in the pre-turn and see how much easier it is, and see how much the difference in how much you sway. Another thing that might help individuals when they're loading their weight into the trail axis, a lot of people are not flexible in their hip flexor, and if you're a person that sways, do this one time with your hips and sway. Feel how much pressure you get right there in your hip flexor. Whereas if you have pre-turn and you do your hips, you bump them, you have your pre-turn, load your weight down into that side. I'm not loading my weight that away. I'm loading it down into the ground. And you can turn your trail foot that away, and it will free up this hip, and you're gonna experience some great mobility there. It's gonna take the pressure off your hip. You're gonna be able to get that club in the channel better, and it should help you. I know it's helped me. I've started having a little bit more of that turn in my trail foot, and that's just a little tip that can help you. For me, this has been a big key for me improving my golf swing, and I think a lot of people have probably went down the road that I went down, doing some of those things and not even realizing that they're doing that. So that's why I recommend film yourself and look at it and see if you're staying inside this box. If you can do that when you swing, it's going to help you. One more thing, I'm not advocating not having any kind of body motion or movement. I just don't want a lot of lateral movement like this. It's just staying in that area and having a free arm swing and keeping those shoulders closed at the moment of impact. If you do that, your golf game is going to improve, and you're going to start seeing the middle of the club face a lot more often. And I hope you enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, just let me know.